We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the preseason opener for these two teams, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbroo. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Dart from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Pass incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as is an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Dart. And that'll be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
Jordan Stout in punt formation for the Giants.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Well, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
First down, Viking.
Now Murray off play action. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. Murray now to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Colton Hood. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, here's Scatterboo. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To the air, Dart. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's the backup Winston. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
In punt formation for the Giants.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
To the air with McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards. First down, Vikings.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now McCarthy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now Winston. He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Bell bring. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCarthy going to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton from 6 yards away. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, nice move. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well,
few incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Jameis to throw it. There's Beckham. Great grab. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. McCarthy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete to Max.
Good short hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here now a third down and 8. In motion, the tight end. McCarthy operating from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Giants' 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Here's second and 8. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
From the gun on third down, McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Right back to Tracy. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Price now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On play action, now McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On to give, it's Tracy. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now Allen, got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. On the run is Tracy.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
The 47-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fields.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Now Allen. Complete to Likely. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all four quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Tracy. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a third and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Giants first down. First and 10.
From midfield, here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Allen. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Allen. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
One final try here for Allen. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Tackled at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.